Excuse me. This is coming through as if there was rays, as if you were reviewing a year that had gone by. And what we're seeing is the Knight of Wands and the Emperor. This isn't quite the King of Wands, which is like having the inspiration to have everybody follow, but this is the one that's excited to follow an inspiration. He's following where the scent leads. He's very, very much more active. He's not necessarily the leader, but he's on the task, engaged, really excited and engaged. And he feels like he's on the errand of the Emperor right now. This feels like something that you set up as a structure for something for you to do, a project for you to do. And it's about really trailblazing, moving forward, really, really excited. Fiery, fiery energy. Doesn't know all the answers, but moving forward. Sometimes this one is a little bit like the bull in the china shop. This is really, really fast, fast movement. Fast, inspirational movement. But trying to keep the guardrails on is this Emperor trying to hold it down. Now, what's going on here? The north and the south of it, or we would sometimes say the subconscious and conscious of it. There's a lot of fire, a lot of energy going on. Not sure about the clarity. There needs to be more clarity coming forward. There's too many competing ideas and too much fire going on. You may be picking up on things that are hot mess triggers a little bit around you. It could be a lot of people around you have their hair on fire, here, there, everywhere. And you're just trying to get your own inspired lead, your own thing done. This is sometimes when agendas get hijacked or things that plans and somebody else kind of comes in and takes over. Sometimes it's that competing energy that doesn't need to be there. It needs toned down is what I'm getting. Settled down a little bit. Settled down a little bit. Two of Pentacles, subconsciously. There needs to be more balance struck and something is feeling a little bit lack. This is compete and compare, compete and compare. It's where in some decks I've seen this as a bamboo and an oak. In the Zen deck it shows it. Where you're not meant to compete, 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 compete. There's been enough of that. The proving ground is already done. So don't be feeling in lack. Just be more balanced. Try and take this time to balance out your own energy rather than competing with others. Subconsciously, there's been this feeling of lack, and it's like, well, if I did it this way, if I did it that way, slow it down. Back that train up. All right. East-west. The sun set on this already. In the past, the sun rises on this. In the future, here's what's going on. In the future, we have the Queen of Wands. In the past, we have the Knight of Cups. This was a promises not fulfilled. This is what you thought it might look like. And this feels like shows us a young view of love, a young Romeo type of card. A young way we would perceive how love and relationships were supposed to work. Feels like you've gotten educated since then. You've got more knowledge in your house since then. And the near future is understanding your own mojo as the Queen of Wands. Understanding your own power, letting others come to you. Understanding how to show up and sparkle. How do you really take the time to show up, to invite and be confident? This is the Queen of Confidence and Power. She's the one that's the most central queen and the very, very fiery queen. So you don't have to do it from the masculine push, push, push kind of way.
My actual boyfriend, I'm not sure. Nothing is moving.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what's going on with your actual boyfriend and as far as not moving, but it feels like the fire energy shouldn't be you comparing or competing or worrying about the past. The fire energy is inviting you to be receptive to that which wants to come towards you and to walk away from that which doesn't serve. You've got this energy here of what's not serving and what needs to be moved on from and ended. This is Ten of Swords. This is where it's painful to move forward in your own power, in your own strength. It would tell me to tell you not to wait and have everything be reliant on him, but rather to take on what it is you want to go towards, what you want to move towards, and allow for your own independence to shine through a little bit more. You have here High Priestess energy, saying to trust your own intuition, really, really honor the intuition that you have going forward, and guard your heart. Don't be overly vulnerable. Now, this is one where sometimes people say greedy or not letting go of something or holding on too tight to something. Don't hold on tight to the past. Hold on tight to the treasure of your own heart. There's a big difference on that. Allow for more room and more growth to come in because you are creating the independence and not putting it on somebody else's lap to make the situation change. You are creating change within you. That's where it needs to be at. Going forward, going down. Six of Pentacles. The universe is trying to gift you something huge. And it's gifting you a lesson of temperance. This is huge, huge, huge. Now you have this was the King of Wands, and I read him as the Knight, and the Knight is here. This is, okay, this is making a lot more sense too. Sorry, my error here. I read this as the Knight of Wands because of his pose, but this is actually the Knight of Wands, so show her the difference. And this is the King. These are all Emperor energy, strong, strong, strong. When you get the Temperance card combined with that much firepower and that much Knight of Wands that's there that you can see with the girl beating her own drum in this deck, that's the Knight. She's really figuring out her own rhythm, her own signature, her own cadence, and her own pacing. And just because you want to move faster and want them to join you, that doesn't mean they will join you in the moving faster. This is you determining the pacing, you setting the pace. This is huge for you. So you have the Knight, Queen, King of fire. This crazy amount of fire going on.
He is a fire sign.
I wouldn't let it all be dependent on him. The ability to move forward means you have to move past whatever he is promising, and take action on your own. You've got the King of Cups that's saying, chill out, cool off. This is the big kahuna that knows how to ride the waves and keep calm and carry on about things, right? This is the one that will be a little bit emotionally detached, but also compassionate. How does that balance? Is that not at odds with itself? Not really. It's one that's not going to get drawn into the drama, but still has the good, compassionate heart. The Chariot's going to move forward, but one rider, higher vantage point. I did that all yesterday. Moving through the space on the roads, moving through the terrain from the higher vantage point. It felt like I was bigger in the world because the perspective was shifted just a little bit from this higher perspective. And then here's the Page of Wands. My God, you have the whole court family. Everything in this particular time is lit up with fire, inspiration. But you need to decide how you want to drive and how you want to balance. These things are cards of balance. But this is that page come through. Oh my gosh. Goodness sakes. Okay. Then here, we move past this, and how do you get, like, where you can take this energy and channel it up and forward? And this is part of the challenge, obstacle, whatever. Leave the harsh times behind. Head towards peace, peace, peace. And this isn't making peace for everyone and make nice at everyone. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is make it peaceful for your own soul, for your own spirit, to cross away from the turbulent, everybody with their hair on fire times. Get to a place of joy where there is laughing and access to the higher wisdom of yourself with the High Priestess here. And this is the High Priest or the Pope card, Hierophant card. This is the external traditional lessons that you already know and being given access to something. And what it accesses coming forward here, going this way, is High Priestess. So you are moving past what is the established spiritual wisdom to what is the deeper spiritual wisdom. And this is to do with relationship. This is to do with love. This is to do with how you want to move forward and what is in your soul contract. I'm going to get another deck and look once more in here at the core lessons. There's so much fire in here. Why is it in here this way? Put this here. Why is this fire heavily loaded like this? Okay. You're stepping into a new tide pool. What's going forward here is the Magician. This is where you have all of the elements, but you've been so frantic, frenzied, harried, hurried, here, there, everywhere, following the urgency. Everybody's urgency is suddenly your emergency, and it's not the case. It's been not sustainable, not grounded, not lasting energy. Inspire, 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 here. And this is asking for you to combine some of those elements a little bit differently. A little bit of earth element here, a little bit of water here. Allow the Temperance to cool things down just a little bit for you. Allow your own truth to be leading you a little bit more. It will help temper things quite a bit. And realize you came with enough in your own pack, with your own magic, all the way for yourself, complete, before you even got here. We all came complete to the planet. We just somehow get lost along the way, get confused along the way, think that somebody else has the answer or the solution, or if only such and such situation, then everything would be perfect. No, you've got all of this already within you. This is saying, take it slow, know that you are more than prepared, more than ready, and you are the Queen's emissary. This is the Queen that stands out to me. The Queen of Wands that is so receptive and so confident. She knows the task that she needs to do. She knows she needs to go a little bit slower, slower than all this fiery energy. And this knight isn't even on the horse. He just needs to get out and walk. It's like very much the time where you need to feel a little bit more grounded. Get outside, feet on grass. I mean, look at that card. Show me the feet on grass is important for you. Create a new cosmic soup, a new portal that opens for you. What is going on with that? Lucy's in the house, but so is Nell. Those are some of my guides that come through. Lucy's in the house, and she's just pointing towards Nell. And Nell is very, very young, water sprite energy, and she's saying, cool it down, cool it down, cool it down, cool it down. Nell is one that frequently will march around this rock near this string and splash a lot. Cool it down, cool it down, cool it down. And she's walking slow, splash, slow, splash, slow, splash. Walking slow, creating the magic by slowing it down, getting cool, getting chill. Chill like the king, chill like the king. Yes, you can pair. Yes, yes, you can care. Yes, you can be nice. Yes, you can play. Slow it down, chill it down. It's like cooling things off is important for you right now. What else, Lucy? What else is going on here? Give me a second. Too hot, too hot, too hot. Creating too many fires, too many fires, too many fires. Time to slow down, slow down. The school bus has to stop. Okay. All right. She's telling me the school bus has to stop. But if anybody's going to be able to get on or get off for new lessons, it's that time of year where school starts. But school bus has to stop. It feels like you've been pushing, vacationing, traveling, whatever it is. Summer energy has been too hot for you. Needs to cool down, slow down, stop. Make time for the door to open so you can move through or allow others through towards you. Anything else? School bus has to stop. Wait. Psh. Yeah, that's what she's giving me. Go slowly through the water. Get yourself grounded. There's other elements besides just the fire. And the Queen of Fire, she's got plenty for it herself as it is. She can be receptive to other things. What else? Guard your own heart and guard it strongly. This is coming through as the repeat. Guard your own heart, guard it strongly. This is usually one where people are worried about money and greed and all of this, and that's not the only interpretation of this card. This is protecting. This is where you have enough. It's typically depicted a crown on the head, a crown held towards the heart, and the heart is a little over covered, and then 2 coins on below the feet. So this person has enough coins, but they're feeling like they don't. This is telling me guard your own heart chakra also. That's a message that gets overlooked. Be frugal, yes. Don't worry about having too much lack, but don't come from the lack mindset. Be receptive for things to change when you slow down. That's complete. That's what I've got. And the Romeo promises of the past, it doesn't even feel like there's anything that needs to be like a huge conflict about it at all. This is a card of conflict in the consciousness. You're already aware of so much going on. It just needs, everybody needs to chill the fuck down. So whatever is everybody with their hair on fire, they need to calm down. Slow down, get water, slow down, take it easy. Put on music or put on something, allow fresh wind in, fresh air in. Anything that chills down the emotional energy, because it feels like in your surroundings, maybe it's your household situation, there's a lot that's trigger happy, is what I would say. And a lot of high drama emotion, when it just needs to just kind of calm down a bit. And if it's just too noisy, too chaotic, too on fire in your house, step outside for a bit. It will help you a lot. That's what I got.
Woo.
Yeah, that's complete. That's
It's
gorgeous.
so true.
Yeah, and this is the Light Seers deck, and everybody has seen this by now. But it is a gorgeous, and it connects in a deep way and in a little bit of a different way. And I love this deck. So I have 4 of them, and I love this thing. So that's what I got.
Okie doke, Ange.
Yeah, gorgeous energy.
But thank you. Thanks so much.
You're welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome. Yeah. Yeah, you have the whole court of fire going on. So I don't know how many people that are around you that have the fire signs, but I do have one friend, and she has 5 daughters, and 4 of the 5 are born within the same 2-week span of time. So they all have the same zodiac sign. So it's like, oh my God. And it feels like you might have a lot of fire connections around you going on, more than you realize even. And sometimes people have that, it's not their sun sign, but it's like their moon, or it's really heavily in their charts, and it just feels like your household's on fire right now.
She put on very passionate too.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing at all. Not a bad thing at all. It's a good thing. All right.
Okie doke. Okay, we have 3 on the list. We have Lunera, we have Samantha, and we have Sandra.
Okay. So let me put these away and we'll see. So what's Lynera's question? She's next?
Yes, that is a mini read.
Okay.
Are Michael and I a good fit for each other? We've been in a relationship for 4 months.
Let's take a look. Just one second.
Samantha on deck.
Okay, this is a mini. I've got the Dungeons and Dragons deck with me, and that's a weird one to have, but that's what I've got. Are you and Michael a good fit for each other? I'm not sure why I'm getting this. This would come up if somebody had a propensity for like being a gamer or of that certain generation, the gaming generation. Sometimes that comes up for that. You and Michael, 4 months. Let's look. What's going on? I want your energy here, his here, and what's in between here. So give me just a second.
We met gaming. Ha
Doesn't surprise me at all. And I do have a duplicate of this deck. So we're going to go in. But we've got the Ace of Strength. We've got the 10 of Strength. And we've got the 3 of Intelligence. There's a little bit of heartache and pain in the past. And this is something that might be something that makes you a little bit vulnerable. It also helps you bond to him. There's the Lover's card over here for his. We've got the King of Wisdom and also the 10 of Charisma. Yeah, this is a very good fit. This is a very good fit. You are bringing a little woundedness to it, but this is more his energy coming through here. And your energy coming through here. What do they call those people? There's a name for it, and I don't know if they're the gnomes, but it's the red hair on this guy made me think of the Hobbit and the strong. I don't know if they were gnomes or what, but a strong certain kind of people. I don't know what they call them. It's been a while since I've been in the realms of gaming, but it feels like you understand this, and there's a certain stubborn and strong determination. You will overcome the wounding and the pain that has happened prior. It feels like you are a good fit. There is a development of friendship that needs to, a fellowship. Yes, this is why I'm getting this.
He has red hair.
I'm getting a fellowship. You're a red hair too, whether you know it or not.
Leprechaun. Childhood.
No, I'm thinking like I'm thinking in the Hobbit and somebody like with red hair and braids coming down. I don't know what they were. I don't know. Whatever they were. Maybe they're dwarves. Maybe they're gnomes. I have no fucking clue what they are. I just know you're of the same tribe is what I can tell you. There is a fellowship between you and this person. There is a reason that you're in each other's world right now. There is a reason you get each other as well as you do. Now here, the energy between you. You have the 8 of Intelligence, a little bit of limiting beliefs, and this coming through. Like, if you were telling this in story form, maybe his parentage of the, I don't know, dwarf tribe or whatever it is would be like both of his parents are dwarves and only one of your parents is dwarves and one of yours is something else. I don't know. But there's enough closeness in the tribe that you are of the same tribe. Even though you might have a little bit more erudite, more knowledgey, air type of logic in you, and a little bit more wounding in you. It feels like it can be overcome. The limiting beliefs need to be let go. The 3 of Wisdom is celebrate the victory in where finding each other has brought you so far, and celebrate all along the way. The 8 here, the 8 of Wisdom coming in. I love seeing this. This is accrued over time, and this is almost like somebody going through the garden, pulling up a plant, and almost pulling up something that needs to be uprooted, moved, lifted, and replanted somewhere else. I'm getting this metaphor of like moving a tree. I don't know what that's about. It's like a transplanted tree. Don't know. I have no idea why that's coming through. And then the 4 of Wisdom coming through here. Really, really being steeped in what it is. The knowledge that you need to nourish the soil between you is really quite good. It's really, really a lot of the components that would be for a great relationship are there. I wouldn't let this one go. I would encourage you to enjoy the fellowship. Again, that is a really weird word to get. It's more than friendship. It's camaraderie that's coming through that's in a big, big way. You know, sometimes we relegate people to the friend zone, and this one is a friend and also feels like would be a good lover. Now, I don't know what stage in the relationship you're at after 4 months, you know, none of my damn business. But what it feels like is this is a really good one. A really good relationship, a really meant to be romantic relationship for you, and meant to be friendship where there is value in you as you are, him as he is, and an acceptance of that. It's a huge, huge bonus for you. The Hermit. Yeah, loving this. This is a little bit of that Virgo energy. This is something that brings illumination. It brings higher growth, higher spiritual lessons. You guys can do things individually and also grow together. And I love seeing that for you guys. The King of Charisma. This feels like his energy all the way. This is charming energy. This is a little bit more of an intuitive knowledge that he might not even know that he has. Sometimes, this is going to sound old school sexist, so please forgive if it does. Sometimes men are more clued in spiritually than they would want to acknowledge. My husband, for instance, is more clued in spiritually than he acknowledges. If we go out to the desert sometimes and there's just this sky full of stars, and it's hard to not understand that the world is big and the universe is big. And we get talking, and he's like, that's pot talk, that's crazy talk. But it's where you have a deeper understanding and a wisdom, and he's got more of that than you realize. The Two of Wisdom coming through here. This is an equal balancing coming through. This is really great energy. This doesn't feel like it's off balance. It feels like one balances the other. And then the strength energy coming through here also. Look at this. There is a lot of grounded energy coming through for you guys. This is somehow you balance and ground each other, and I like that for you guys so much. What else did you need to know? It feels like this relationship should be going forward, and it's not going to go forward fiery, fast. It's going to go forward steady, strong. It's like something that's really got a lot of roots that needs to be, and I'm getting the word root ball as if this is like a tree that you are picking up, carrying, swaddling, and the root ball needs planted somewhere else. This is the lessons, the curriculum, and the connections that need to be made. This is something you've done before. Page of Wisdom, the World, and the Ten of Strength. Yeah, this is definitely something you've done before. Now look, this is that Ten of Strength repeating again. This is why I love having double decks. Can you show her this? It's the same damn thing again. That red-haired look again. But the Page of Wisdom, really, really ready to go take the lead in whatever it is. And a celebration at coming through it together, coming through a certain thing together, and like graduating a lesson that you've been in the past, that you've carried from the past.
I think we know each other from a past life.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Exactly. So often we do. So often we interact, and we wouldn't think that it was as often as it was, but it is. The Magician. The magic is here. There's light pouring through this window. Give me just a second. It's something that comes a little second nature. The rhythm that you have with each other comes a little second nature. The Magician's in the house, but this is coming through. This is like Eight of Coins energy coming through all the way. And that's really not what that is, but that's what that is. It's more than it's more than that card can show, but the light, the beams of light, and the second nature of something that's coming through, and the wisdom coming through on this book. This is what's coming through. Okay, yes. I'm getting to tell you you're geared up. If we see this one, there's that big gear there, and there's this readiness here. It feels like you're geared up. You're all suited up. If you're in the gaming lands, you've got all the armor or whatever it is. This applies to voyage together, to travel together in this life in this way. The lessons that you'll have in this life are newer ones than the last time you did this. You're all geared up. The graduation has happened. Proceed. It's not even proceed with caution. It's like you're ready. Ready to go. Anything else? I'm getting, okay, space buns, hold on to your britches. It's time to really go. Time to get ready. Time to go. Yeah. Temperance is here. Temperance is ready to help rebalance, recalibrate in a good way, and allow the flow to happen. In the Temperance card, typically in the traditional, you see pouring from one cup sideways to the other cup. Not down, not following the laws of gravity like are here, but sideways. The transfer is sideways. It's finding your own formula, your own balance and flow. This relationship feels like it was going like this before, and something occurred, a blockage in either the timeline got cut off or a blockage happened, and there is work that needed completed. It feels like you've got most of that complete, and now you're onto this new phase. A new door opens for the flow to be restored again, for the Temperance lesson to follow through. Anything else? Travel with this one, travel with this one. Why? Gox is in the house. Gox is like this grizzly old kind of Norse old dude. If you've been in before, you've seen me reference him. Travel with this one. Why, Gox? Why? This is a good dude. This is a good man, is what I'm getting. He knows your soul, is what's coming through. He knows your soul. He's deeper than he comes across. There's more depth to him than other people would give credit for. You understand each other quite well. Don't put expectations. Just be ready to travel together. Understand. The spiritual lessons are ready to open up, be illuminated for you. You're traveling the path together. Period. Point blank. You will travel it together in this life. You'll travel it together in the next life as well. This is significant. This relationship feels significant. Sit down and have a smoke. That's Gogs's way of saying sit down, stay a spell, stay a while. Sit down a while. Be with this one for a while. Enjoy the lesson. When there's smoke, there's lesson to be inhaled. There's knowledge to be inhaled. There was wisdom to be inhaled. There's a lot of wisdom throughout here. Anything else we need to know about him? Specific to him. Anything else? I want to know about him. I want to get a little nosy on this one. What do we need to know about Gamer Guy? Just a little. Whoa. Just a little bit. He's going to be a little bit stressed and anxious. He's going to have a little bit of anxiety. This is something that has happened in the past. There's something about this. This is a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of disturbances in his dreams. He might have recognitions in his dreams, not know how to sort them out. It feels like he is having a little bit of a spiritual download, but some people, if you tell them they're having a spiritual download, they're going to be like, whatever, hippie trippy. It feels like he might not term it that way, but his intuition is trying to kick into gear. It might be something that causes him a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of restless sleepless nights, so he might be staying up in avoidance of something. Just let it be. Let it flow how it flows. He will arrive to the recognition of it when it's his timing to do so. Don't stress on it yourself. And this Five of Wands. There's a lot of competing ideas. He's not sure how to get lift about something. This feels like there's not sure how to get lift in career, lift to take off. It might be something that he's doing, a project that he should be doing. He's not sure how to get it off the ground, get it started. Might be that he's approaching something career-wise or at the beginning and feeling like kind of a little bit lost boy, a little bit slow to launch on something. And it's like, okay, that's okay. Just let him find his path. He doesn't need a mommy. He needs an ally. He needs a friend. He needs a fellow in the fellowship, not a parent. So be very, very aware of that. That's really an interesting note. Anything else on this? And then we're going to go to yours. He's a fucking hard worker. This is the literal 8 of coins in this deck. He will put his nose to the grindstone. He will work his balls off for what he feels worthy of the cause. He's got the endurance of a Clydesdale. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean that this guy is a workhorse. This guy, he's got a good work ethic. When he's passionate about something, he is in. Okay, what else do we need to know about you? We got 4 that came through revealed. And look at this. This one had to come out. You saw me do that. The cards are busy. Your old wounding is asking for something. And what I'm telling you is the old wounding isn't the current situation. You need to remember this. Whatever is your personal heartache you need to move through, whatever is what you feel like the old wounds, the old lessons, the old heartaches, you need to let them go to move forward. These 3 combine. The Queen of Charisma. This is the Queen of Coins. You know your business. You know your value. You know your worth. Keep it in mind. Keep it highly in mind. 9 of Cups. Getting your wish. And then the King of Strength. Understanding fully what it is you need to do and how you need to endure. This is persistence, but knowing your value. Not settling for too little, and don't let the old wound get in your way. That's complete. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. I keep traveling with this one. Absolutely, I would. I would. This one is he's an interesting fellow. And that word fellowship coming up so strongly is insane. But that's what I'm getting. I don't often pull this deck. You guys have seen the show a lot, and you haven't seen me often pull the Dungeons and Dragons Gamers deck, but that's what I pulled.
There's a messy desk there, Chad.
Yeah, it is messy. It is messy. So yeah, but that's what I've got. It's beautiful.
But thank you so much. So spot on.
You are welcome. You are so welcome. I hope it helps. All right, let me move this tray out of the way because clearly I've got too many damn cards. Clearly. Way too many damn cards here for right now. And then we'll get another tray.
Just
and
use
we'll
the
do next
same
week.
deck, Sanji.
No.
Jeez, Sanji.
No, that won't be how it
Hey,
works.
give me a
Please.
couple of those new deck cards, because I don't think Kim has seen it.
Which, oh, the Eads?
Yes.
Kim! Just show her as many as you want. They're gorgeous. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. They are beautiful.
Look at these cards, Kim.
Absolutely stunners. That is the one that you had mentioned a while back. I think you had mentioned that. I think Chad had mentioned it. Everybody was like, okay, have you seen this? Have you seen this? And I finally got it. It's the Mirror Visions from James Eads, and it's gorgeous. And that's the one that has, the Prisma Visions they all create a mural, and it's just gorgeous. And it's got the holograph of both decks together. The Prisma Visions and Cosmo Visions combined.
Yeah. She ordered these cards in April, and they came yesterday.
So long ago that I'm like, I almost thought I
They're
didn't order
crazy.
them.
Yeah, we started like, Angie brought it up one day. Did we order deck off Etsy? And like, what?
And you're like, I don't think we did. And I'm like, damn it, I really meant to. I really wanted to. It's like, okay, all right, I guess
That's
I
a
didn't.
crazy deck.
And then
Crazy.
we get this note from Etsy, hey, we're sending blah, blah, blah. Yes,
Yeah,
we did.
It was shipped, finally.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful images on this. So, yeah.
Okay, next up
Okay.
is Samantha, full
Okay.
read.
Any question in particular?
Yes.
Okay.
We just moved, but keep getting all the little obstacles, relationships strain getting settled.
Okay.
They're getting settled, but keep hitting all the little obstacles, relationships strain.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Moving is stressful. And it's like, even if you've just moved, it takes about a year to move into anywhere. For Samantha, full read. So what is the question? I get the description of what's happened, but is there a specific question or you just want some general? And we've got the traditional manga or manga, however you want to call it, coming through. That's the cards that I'm pulling through.
Just insight.
I want this pink deck of it first. Same deck, just two decks. We're going to lay it down like the Australian 10 for a minute, see what's going on. And I'm looking in this as this is a both of you in this. So as the couple, what are we seeing? And then we'll go for clarifiers with this other one. As the couple, what are we seeing? Don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Right now there's something coming up and there's High Priestess energy in the house. Can she see this well enough? Can she see it pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The High Priestess energy. This is at the liminal space. This is the gates of wisdom and knowledge, strength and unity. This is the known and the unknown. You're going to be asking different kinds of questions than you normally ask. There's spiritual growth on deck for both of you. This is huge, and this is your new start right here. The challenge is the new start. The challenge of home and family and setting up, Ace of Wands. This is the new start. That's the challenge. And the spiritual wisdom that's being called upon and excavated is the word I'm getting. So you're uncovering new spiritual truths, and so are they. How you do territory is something you're negotiating. When you get into a new home, you're in the world of territory. This read is full of wands right through here. Wands. All these and this. How you do the new terrain, the new territory is what's at hand here. Now, here we have the subconscious and conscious thoughts. We've got the Six of Coins, how you adjust to the new situation given, and the Page of Swords. Observing, witnessing, and comparing to the past doesn't really serve. It's not that the past is irrelevant, but you're wanting to set up new, so allow yourself to let go of things. When you move, you let go of old shit that you don't need to carry with you. And you might even still have stuff that doesn't quite fit your house, even though it might have fit the old place. Whether that's literal physical decor or kitchen items, or whether it's a belief structure and system, and the ways you operate and the ways you do things will be different here as well. Understand that there is a balancing, a calibrating that's happening here. And what you've witnessed and experienced in the past doesn't mean that that's actually how it always is for you right now. Conscious and subconscious. The atmosphere around you is one of a little bit of Robin Hood and a little bit of strategic and crossroads. So somebody needs to look a little bit more what's going on emotionally to get the clue. Not to drive the bus. You don't drive the bus with emotions. You drive with your mind. You drive being sharp. You drive being aware. But you're at a crossroads to do things a little bit differently. If there's old patterns that you fall into, say each of you have had relationships from the past, and you might fall into some certain habit that you had with a past partner. When you catch yourself doing it with your current partner, if you're wise, you're at the crossroads, you make a different choice. You do it a little bit differently. You carry the lessons of the past forward, and you're more strategic. You take what you need to from the past, but you go forward in a different way, on a different route, on a different path. That's what's coming through here. Recent past, near future. Recent past, huge victory, huge success, huge recognition in the recent past. And the near future here, it feels a little bit like a burden, but it feels like you're almost home. It's just a matter of setting it down, or in your case, getting things set up. The victory in the past is there. It's just feels more like growing pains than anything else. It feels like settling or resettling, not settling for or settling for less. No, settling, like as in establishing yourself, your new space, your new territory, your new terrain, your new desires and what you want. And you might have things that are kind of fill in the blank things, fill in the gap things, because you have new gaps, new things that you have to get handled. 9 of Wands here. This is the energy for hopes and fears, and this is a little bit of defensiveness. Now, this one also would indicate a little bit of miscommunication that you're aware of. You could be more streamlined, more clean in your communication, and this would require a little bit less triggering going on, a little bit more aware. So this would come across as, so am I hearing you say, or I'm feeling super pissed about this and I'm not sure why. I'm all grumpy. Sorry. My jackass moment. I'm owning it. This kind of thing where you're getting very much accountable rather than defensive. You're getting clear about where the boundaries are. 4 of Wands. Twin flame soulmate card. New establishment, celebrations, weddings, graduations, and birth. You've crossed through this together. We're working through this together, right? This is what we've seen. This is the outcome. Yes, it's very good, but you are setting up and at the beginning stages of setting up those pillars for yourself, setting up the new terms. It might be uncomfortable and weird, but it is definitely on track, on point, on time, rightly so. All right, what else do you need to know? I want the subconscious and the conscious here. The overall subconscious, overall conscious, and then I want what's for you to know. Subconscious, you're just in this time of the moon. This feels like a weird month any way you slice it. The moon is a month's period of time. There's intuition and hidden things, things that are distorted, things that you can't see clearly. Sometimes people think illusion, secrets, lies, deception. Just not knowing. It's just fucking not knowing sometimes. Everything is not spelled out clearly, all right? That's okay. And then the 7 of Wands, holding your boundaries and defining new boundaries. It doesn't mean you have to be at war, but you sometimes are caught on the wrong foot. In the Rider-Waite version of this, the guy has 2 different shoes. You know those days when you hurry out the door and you don't pay attention? In Rider-Waite, it's shown with this guy having 2 different shoes. Like one that's a work boot and one that's more like a traveling shoe. Now in this one, I don't know if they reflect that, but in Rider-Waite, in Pamela Coleman Smith version, you see it. So it's a little bit cut off the back foot. Doesn't mean your boundary's wrong. It just means you didn't know. Maybe you didn't know you needed a certain amount of things in the bathroom in a certain way. Or maybe you didn't know you needed a certain amount of things for this amount of space. This space that Phil and I created when we moved in, we moved it like 3 different times to figure out what it's going to look like, what it's going to be. Took us a little bit of time. So yeah. Anything else? Okay, for you personally, subconscious, conscious. For you personally, subconscious, conscious. Okay, love this. Love this. Love this. This is one of my favorite cards. This is to thine own self be true, motherfucker. This is the higher call. This is judgment. Answer the call of the higher self. Answer the call. If it's grow the fuck up time, it's grow the fuck up time. This is the card of resurrection, restoration, second chances. This is second beginnings and coming together in a whole way. And then here on the conscious level, this is the new gifts, new money, new reward, new opportunities. Sometimes this is even like a job opportunity or promotion or unexpected money coming your way. So be aware, there might be unexpected gifts that you didn't know were coming. And I don't think you'll be able to see them in this August time. I don't think you'll see them till September. I'm getting that's more feeling like the time frame you'll see them in. Anything else that he might be consciously aware of, that the other might be consciously aware of. Subconscious and conscious. Let's go to subconscious for your other. Subconscious lesson for them. 4 of Cups. This one is learning how to not be a pouting brat how to not be petulant, moody, broody, how to understand, how to receive. And this one doesn't look at the gift that's coming straight at them. It takes them a little bit of time. They're going within to learn something. They're just figuring out what's going on here first before they look and see what's going on. So they refuse to see something for a little while, subconsciously, consciously. And if they refuse to see it, it doesn't mean you pointing out a situation is going to help. So do not go from that place, because it's not going to create this equal footing. Let them discover. Let them uncover. Let them figure it out. You say, look over there. It needs to be XYZ certain way. Can't you see that? You don't want to say, hey, snap out of it, ding dong, let's go. No, they don't need that. They don't need that. It's like, let them uncover. So it'd be like, that's an interesting thing. Over there looks kind of interesting. Let them see if they see that too. Let them come to their own conclusion on this. Wow. Consciously, they're getting the 10 of Cups. They're actually quite happy. Consciously, quite happy. Even though subconsciously, they're a little bit slower to the party. That's what I'm getting. That's what feels like it's going on. It feels like the way things are getting set up and settled in the house is right. The new start is right. The new opportunity is right. But you've had to be strategic. And some of the old baggage that you need to leave behind with this one does need left behind. Some of the old partnering patterns that we have, because we learn, we do the best we can, and then until we learn something different, we don't operate different. But this modus operandi that you have is shifting, and yours will shift first before theirs will. That's A-okay. Allow it to be. They're not here to be anybody other than themselves. You're not here on the planet to be anybody other than yourselves. And we can't do that for each other. Sometimes in relationships, we forget that for a minute and a half. So that's okay. We can remember that. That's what I've got. It's really happy times. It's good energy all the way through it. Good, good, good. It's just give yourself time to settle into the new place. That's all. Anything else? No. The wisdom will unfold itself, and it unfolds slowly. This high priestess, she doesn't give you the answer to the question right away. She makes you seek it out and makes you ask the smarter question. And why? Because your soul desires to do it, and it's how you set things up and how you cross through this new portal of time. It is like you're grabbing this person's hand and dragging them into the next timeline with you, whether they know it or not. If you told them that, they'd probably think, what are you on? But that's what it feels like. It feels like you reach for their hand and say, come on, let's go. And you're holding their hand and grabbing them and crossing through that new timeline together. It doesn't mean they are reluctant to go through that new timeline. It means that you extend that first, and then they reach for your hand, and you guys go together. That's what I got. That's beautiful, actually. Quite beautiful. But that's complete.
Oh, wow, Edge.
Yeah.
Okey-doke.
Hopefully that makes sense to you. Yeah, it feels like the new place, challenging but good. If you want to get it way over stupid simple. Challenging but good. That's what it feels like. Okay?
Okey-doke.
Yeah, a little bit of water for me.
And she did say thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Keep going forward. That's all you can do right now, and it's everything you need to do.
Okey-doke. We have Sandra.
Okay.
Then we have Gloria. And then we have two Brittnys. We have Brittany O and Brittany F.
Okay.
So Sandra, Gloria, Brittany O, Brittany F. Okay. So Sandra is next up.
Okay.
And I'll be getting a new job shortly.
Okay.
Gloria, you're on deck.
All right. It feels like you're coming out of the cellar. I don't know what that's about. Feels like you're coming out of the cellar. Like you've done some intense work in whatever the cellar is. It feels like a confined situation. And it feels like you're coming into the sun and out of the cellar. I don't know what that's about. That's what it feels like. We've got the Wild Reflections Tarot. We're going to take a look at what's going on. She's getting a new job shortly for Sandra. She just wanted a general as to what's going to be happening, what's going on. Is that the deal?
I believe so, Ange.
Okay. All right, let's just go. I want a trajectory type spread, so we're spreading it this way, okay? And then we'll get the second deck and clarify as we go. Wow, you really do have a trajectory. Look right in the middle of this. Look at that card. Look how that crossing is going. Will you show her this, honey? It is like you're walking up and across something to something new, new adventures, new excitement. Yes, it's time. And there's a rebirth happening on this. We're going to need to clarify if we've got the death card here. I love this. It's like you have already passed journey's end in a lot of way. There's a little bit that you're still holding on to, but you're going towards something new. This is a time to be butterfly, caterpillar to butterfly time, right? We'll get some clarifiers on that as we go, but let's start here. Eight of Cups. Absolutely. Walking away from something old and unfulfilling. You're walking out of the cellar. Whatever that means. You're walking away from something that felt like it was a little too heavy for your heart to endure much more, and it was valuable lessons, valuable training. It wasn't wasted. But now it's no longer fulfilling, so you're walking towards something different. Eight of Pentacles. Something that you have acquired becomes second nature. You've gotten mastery over a certain lesson. And Queen of Pentacles. And knowing your value and worth. This is huge for you. Independently writing for a bit. Going forward, Knight of Swords. A little bit, it might feel like some people are telling you this is a little bit reckless adventure, but it's really not so much because you're honoring your own truth. You're following the light that you need to follow, and you have enough of it to go forward. Honey, I'm going to need you to show these because they're beautiful and they're new. Not everyone has seen these. So, just stay on task for her on this. Sorry. But I need you to do it, so quit typing in your phone. I need you on this. Yeah, this is going forward, and this is crossing forward. This is your path. This isn't papoose on the back. This is you going forward with your own path, ready to move forward. Huge. You have enough light. It's like almost a tower struck, electrified something around you and got lightning around you and created temperance. So it's night and day difference. Out of the dark comes this flash of light, and into the light you go. This is what's going on. Going quickly, quickly. It's a little bit scary, a little bit nervous. This is the Nine of Swords. A little bit of that anxiety and stress and restless nights. There have been plenty and enough of them. The temperance is here and you're rebalancing. Eight of Wands, 2 months you're going to feel great. 2 months you're feeling fabulous. This is a lot of things happening on. A lot of ducks in a row being lined up and ready to go. And the new job, you're probably going to have things like everybody would. The new job like irritating this, irritating that. When the luster wears off of something, right? When the shiny wears off of it a little bit. Just give it a rest. Don't reinvent the mousetrap. It's not necessary for you to do that at all, okay? Five of Cups. Now, this is a little bit where you're looking back and looking on what you've lost in the transition, in the change. And you know the transition is big coming up. The Death card here is big. So some of the people that you might never miss, you might think, that was kind of funny, actually. You're going to get a little bit of perspective. And then some people that you actually might miss a little bit. There's a little bit of grieving before you change, before you step into this big transition going on. It's like you're grieving the change that has to come up. The caterpillar is like had to say goodbye to his caterpillar friends and take his big nap, and now he's butterfly. He's like, yeah, I've outgrown that. There might be a little period of loneliness where you're not hanging with the caterpillars anymore, so you are feeling a little bit on your own. Here's the Death card in this deck. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy there. I want to see what's going on. The new job feels really good. The mastery of the things that you mastered before feel really good. And the sunlight energy through here. Before any of these came down, I said out of the cellar. And it feels like out of the cellar for sure. And if you treat what was in the past as if it were the cocoon, and that this energy of this ending is totally appropriate for you to move forward, then what comes next and going forward? I need to move these.
Does it give a time when I'll get that new job?
I'm getting the 2 month as the time card here. So it feels like new energy, new job in 2 months. You might have the new job before then, but not feel really settled within it until the 8 weeks. It's a good time for the new job. Because it feels like you're already in that role. Whatever it is, your energy has already stepped forward and into it. You're anticipating, you're ready, just treat it as already gotten. But you've already landed it, okay? You've already landed this new job. Yeah, you're already in the garden. It feels like you're going to get this into me. I'm getting a little bit of the September energy. We've got the Strength card here. This would be Leo energy. This would indicate August. We're already in there. Nine of Pentacles, and this is the garden. This is harvesting. I'm getting September energy off of this. It feels like this is coming up in September. It feels like mid-September to me. So you've probably still got, maybe about a month. But this energy of this Leo season is ending. And I think, what does Leo end? Is that like August 23rd-ish? Something like that? August 23rd, August 20th. I don't know. After Leo season ends and you're going into the Virgo time, and I don't know why I'm getting it so strong, but I am. The independent woman in the garden with the pentacles, just after Leo season.
Yes, 23.
Hierophant, yeah, you're getting big access. Really, really big access to traditional wisdom. So the wisdom that you've had, that you've learned and acquired from the cellar or the caterpillar time, is there and it's ready to go forward. The keys are being handed to you. Yes, this is what's coming forward for you. I don't think you're going to feel less restless in September. I think September, you're still going to feel a little bit of this restless and not quite settled into the new things yet. Anything else? Honey, it's going to be so good for you. Coming out of the cellar into the sun, it's going to feel resonant and huge. Like somebody is playing a gong through every aspect of your life. You know the sound of a gong. It's big. It resonates. You feel the vibration on the cellular level, on the very physical level. If I'm playing my singing bowls, you don't just hear them. You feel them vibrating. You feel that vibration. And that's what it feels like is happening for you. It's like you feel the sun drying the goo off your wings and you're ready to go. Anything else? The Wheel of Fortune. Yes, it's time, sweetie. Look. She's just gently helping you float through this, helping you move through this new cycle and go into the next. It's great. It's totally fine. You've dialed it in. Let it happen. This is what's going. The sun's on it. Wheel of Fortune. Strength. Luck is on your side. Everything is favorable for you right now. This is great. So don't be too worried about the past. Don't let the Five of Cups energy or the fact that there is a transformation and a death and a rebirth energy happening. Don't let the ending of something be too grievous for your heart, because it's going to get so good opening up. I love this energy for you. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, it's time. You're getting out of the cellar. You might miss it a little bit. You might miss the caterpillars a little bit. But you're going to butterfly time and you can't help that. You need to be in it. That's what I got. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy going on for you. I love it. Yeah, I would definitely write anything that is the joyful affirmation. I would write it down. I would write it down in this retrograde time. This is coming up as written affirmations. This is coming up as if you honor the star shape, the spirit, and the four elements. If you do an affirmation about yourself and about your growth for each of the four elements, I know this. I choose to ground this. I feel inspired by this. I choose to let this emotion flow. And I choose for my divine spirit to receive this. This will be something you could put in the very positive and claiming type of affirmation. This isn't a burn and let go and release. This is a claim and then allow it to flow through. Allow the channel to flow through in this way. And this is something that I would just write down. I'd write down the 5 statements. I'd stick it somewhere by your toilet, by your bathroom mirror, wherever it is. Write down these things so you claim them. It's time for you to claim the prize, Wheel of Fortune energy. That's what I got. Gorgeous.
Whoa, Ange.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. And this is the Wild Reflections deck. And it is a Y-Spell deck. Gorgeous deck. And I ordered the one, but then I had to order the second one. And I got it with the Neoteric. And they had a good deal on Amazon on that one. So, FYI. Yeah.
All right, but thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey.
Gloria
This is
put great read.
Yeah, this is great for you. I love it. I love it.
Okay, and of course everybody got it kicked out that you chewed me out.
What?
Like, pay attention. Like, of course,
Chop, chop.
Kim was like, "Get with the program, Phil," and of course that made Chad's day. So they always love when you like, "Hey," and I was texting
You know
with
why
Kim.
they love it? Because you give me bullshit, and they know that I can sling it back, and it works just fine.
I was texting with Kim when you went on that. I put her, "You got me in trouble."
Dude, you get yourself in trouble.
Oh,
Let's tell the accountable version, shall we? Yeah. Okay.
So Kim put more new decks.
No, those are not super brand new. They're like within the last month or so. So, but yeah, we're probably around 650. I would think 649, whatever. This one, the Eads one, was the newest. But before that was the Awakening and the
When you just
Fairy
got
Steampunk Fairy.
Mira.
That's this one. The Eads,
Okay,
the Mirror.
the Eads. Well, I don't know. You said Eads, man.
Mirror Visions from
Mirror
James R.
Vision.
Eads, which I've been saying through the whole show, but I know you're multitasking. I know.
Yes, I am.
So yeah,
You got a lot
that's
to do. Okay.
he's got a lot going on. He does really have a lot going on back there. He's keeping track of shit. So okay, I don't have to. So yeah, I get the privilege of just diving in and getting crazy in the cards and loving it.
Okay. All right,
Yes.
Gloria's up next for a
Okay.
blind.
Gloria for blind.
Brittany O, you're on deck. Y'all need a snack, Gloria.
Okay, we're getting. I don't know if this is like the animal dream, blah blah blah, Cosmo this that. I don't know what this is. Then a shadow work one, and this one is like the Rumi or the Sufi. So this is what we're getting. I think it's the Rumi oracle here, but let's look at this first for Gloria. See what these have to say, because you're getting a homework here. It feels like. Ha! Okay. A little bit at a time first. We're going to move through these slowly. You're getting the gorilla lesson. And if you've looked online recently, there's this dad gorilla and there's this young kid gorilla that so wants his attention and throws straw at him and wants his attention, and kind of has a tantrum. And this is what comes through. You've got this gorilla energy, and it's saying peace. The dad's just chill as fuck, but the kid is trying to raise a ruckus and have a tantrum out of not getting his way. And the dad's like, no, this is the lesson. Here it is. Then this is coming through about compassion and acceptance and not shame and guilt. The dad isn't like mean to the gorilla or to the young kid gorilla. The dad doesn't do anything like that. It's just like, yeah, he's not buying into the tantrum. This is where you're overcoming something that you might have wanted to throw your own temper tantrum about, and let that go. Let that go. Be operating from more the place of the dad sitting his ground, holding his ground, having his peace. This is important for you right now. Then the swan energy. This is huge. This one is talking about, and let me see if I've got this, definitely talking about beauty, but this is blind beauty. Now, I want to know what's going on with this. This feels like we're going into the Rumi deck for the blind beauty lesson. Beyond the ego. Okay. This is going to feel sermony and a little bit preachy at you, and I'm so sorry, but your ego needs to be checked at the door. Beyond the ego, it says, surrender to the flow of life. This would come up when you want things to be orchestrated in a certain way, to look and appear a certain way, and the control freak is at war with something that is. Not everything has to be perfect. Not everything are we looking our best all the time. And this is also going to ask you to look below the surface a little bit. So this is where you check your ego, and whatever it is the beauty of the moment. It doesn't have to be outwardly or everything ticked off in a perfect way. Imperfection has its beauty too. And when we look at some of the world's most physically beautiful people, there isn't perfect symmetry in the face at all. There is imperfection that makes that look so beautiful. So honor the imperfection. Honor what it is that comes up beautiful, even though it's not exactly balanced how you thought it might be. Okay?
I'm trying to learn that lesson. It's a slow go.
Okay. Here's a good example. Slow go. Julia Roberts' face. It shouldn't add up to beautiful. She's strikingly beautiful. She has a very, very wide mouth and not the perfect Cupid's bow of a lip. Everybody now is like doing the Bratz doll look. I don't know what it is. Just like not even honoring the peak here that would be the Cupid's bow of the lip. But she's got this wide set mouth, and her features shouldn't add up to beautiful. But sometimes she is strikingly gorgeous looking. It just adds up that way. There are people that they look like maybe they have the world's biggest nose and like, what in the world? And it's like they are shockingly beautiful. I know somebody that looks like, oh, wow. And her whole presence radiates beauty, 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 because she is that way inside. So it just escapes and purples over. It doesn't necessarily, like physically, it shouldn't add up, but it expands. This is what's going on. Trust the beauty of your heart, the beauty of your soul, to move beyond anything that symmetry could create. And if you see exact symmetry in a face, it'll screw you up. It'll be like, that doesn't add up. That doesn't look right. We are not symmetrical. We are similar, but not symmetrical in our features. And we are not perfectly balanced in our outward and inward either. So allow for some of this that is the beauty to just exude itself in whatever form it is. And allow for the flaw to be there. The imperfection needs to be allowed, because that is often where the beauty is. Okay, dolphin energy. This is suggesting happiness and mirthful plainness. Nell would totally love this. If you want to think of spirit guide Nell, she would totally love this. She would love this. This is why Nell and Lucy will work well together often, because Lucy has that more Lemurian water energy, flow energy, and then the high star type wisdom. And Nell is very, very earthy, but also watery energy. So very, very interesting. This happiness and playfulness. And this is allowing delight to be there. Allow yourself to watch something silly or to do something silly. If you are having time where you are, the words I'm getting, they are not good words, but they are what you're getting. I'm not getting in the way of a message. If you are having time where you're spiritually constipated, you are just stuck and feeling stuck, this is the advice. Dollar store bubbles. Seriously. Go to the kid aisle of the dollar store or Walmart or wherever it is. Get the bubbles, and you just go sit on your porch, and it's amazing how we are so hurried that to even sit down for 5 or 10 minutes and just enjoy blowing bubbles feels like the hardest thing ever to do. That's the assignment. That's the homework. That's the easy fix to get yourself out of spiritual contemplation. Spiritual constipation is get yourself out of that, where you're contemplating just blowing bubbles, letting your breath flow easily, letting yourself enjoy the sunshine, letting yourself see what you can build and let it float away and not being attached to it. It's one of the easiest things ever. Kids know to do it, and they have fun for endless amounts of time, running around with bubble wands and blowing bubbles and woo! And we forget. Remember this. We've got the horse and the beaver. This is telling me something that, without even seeing this, before you can cross through the portal, you seem to be stuck on this notion of work, make perfect, work, build. It's like, you need to slow the fuck down, calm the fuck down, quit working. You need to practice being. You're not a human working, you're a human being. You need to be. Practice being. Then you can move forward. Then you get to go forward. This is beaver, and it says work. How would you not have beaver say work? And this is saying freedom underneath the horse. So you can see, it's like, yes, my bifocals are not in these glasses, so you see me looking over the tops of these ones. But you can see it's there, and it's printed so damn small, but you can understand that pretty clear. Now let's see what else Rumi has for you. And no shame and guilt, particularly no guilt if you need the time to just blow the bubbles or the time to just be. This isn't, I'm going to feel guilty about taking 10 minutes on the porch. No. Schedule it in. It will bring you rich reward as far as feeling better and being more efficient in everything else. It says, open your mind, replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. You're going to have to create a hiccup. You're going to have to retrack. Like if you have the train tracks and they switch that lever and it switches where the train's going. This is what things like doing the bubbles will do. It retracks the tracks that are in your brain, and it's going to reset tracks and switch the cycle over a period of time. And you'll have to have that with intent to do this. This is an intentional thing you can do for yourself. And this is how you don't be having the tantrum that the kid gorilla has, where dad's like chilling at peace and like, no, this isn't the time to go all crazy. And the kid wants to play or whatever, but the dad needed to chill. There needs to be a little bit of a balance for that. Anything else? Not in here. Anything else in here? No, go back to the gorilla. Go back to the gorilla. Okay. Anything else from that gorilla analogy? It was so cute when I saw it, and I don't know if it was YouTube or TikTok or Reels or Instagram. I don't know where I saw it, but I was a sucker for it. I was like, that is cute. And that's exactly what's coming up. Authentic self needs time to play. Be yourself, and everyone else is already taken. Uniqueness and individuality. Having the strength in your own authenticity is huge for you right now. And this is what it is. Be in the phase that you need to be in. Not the one you think you should and could and must have and need to and ought to and blah, blah, blah. No. Just be in the energy. Just be in your strength. Be in yourself and be in your power. That's what I've got. That's complete. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love that for you. Absolutely stunner of a read. Absolutely. And these are called the Shadow Work Oracle cards, and they're pretty gorgeous. This one, I would think this would be a great deck for journaling with if you wanted to do it. So, yeah. And I don't know if those came from Temu or Amazon or...
Is this the last card?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Because Gloria put, wow, did y'all read that card?
Yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful energy. I love that for you. So that's what I got.
All right, Ange.
All right, yeah.
Chad put the superhero Obe.
The superhero Obe?
Obi?
Obi? Like Obi-Wan
Obi?
Kenobi?
Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. You might want to watch for not Obes, but Orbs coming up. Yeah, watch for Orbs. You might catch what a glimpse and you'll be like, no, that was just dust flying by. Probably not. Probably it was just an orb and you're just not used to seeing it. You may want to watch for that, honey. It feels like that something in the peripherals will catch your eye. Be aware.
Okay.
Water for me. I
All
need
right.
the water.
Kristen, I got your year ahead. You're number 3 on my list. We have Brittany O up next, then Brittany F, and then Kristen.
Okay.
Okay, Brittany O is a full read.
Okay.
I'm starting a new chapter, starting school and feeling a huge shift. Dreams have been wild, just looking for some guidance / validation.
We're going to Deborah Blake's Everyday Witch Oracle.
Brittany F. on deck.
Starting the new chapter. Dreams have been wild. I'm give you the chamomile tea advice before you go to bed. Not because I'm trying to be your mom or your grown-up, but because they enhance the dreamer. Chamomile tea is what remote viewers will often use to go into remote viewing sessions or to enhance the dream and to make it more clear before entering that space. So heads up on that. All right. What does she need to know? Same deck, second deck. There's a calibration coming in. How to explain? There's an alignment coming in, a calibration and an alignment. So if you have this one here, they need to come in alignment. I'm going to shift these higher. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but I'm going to need to see them this way because they need to shift into alignment in a minute. So give me just a second. There's going to be 6 here and 6 here as well. Same deck, third deck. Jeez. You have a lot going on. A lot of classes, a lot of lessons coming forward. Whether you're signed up for 5 or 10 classes, it doesn't really matter. It feels like a lot of lessons. Not just in the core curriculum that you'll be studying, but a lot coming forward towards you on lots of fronts. This is an intense learning period for this next period of time, and it feels like this next year. So if you're going fall semester and spring semester, don't think the next summer you're off the hook for lessons. You're not, because there's going to be massive lessons of flooding, social lessons, academic lessons, all kinds of lessons. Your mind is like a dry sponge thrown into the ocean. You're going to be soaking it all in. All right, hang on. No wonder. It's like, seriously, sweetie. Seriously, seriously. Okay. Same deck, the mini. I want more clarification from the minis on this, and then we'll be able to align them a little more clearly. So yeah, we're 4 decks deep on this one. Sorry, guys. That's just what it is. Okay. So here we're seeing the Ace of Cups, the 9 of Coins. We're seeing what looks like the 2 of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. The choices, choices, choices. There's lots of choices and there's procrastination. You need to get more creative about what it is that gets you grounded and feeling independent here. And over on this side of this, it's asking for the new start, the emotional, the new growth. Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't have, oh, I could do everything, everything without choosing one. You need to choose one and take your steps clearly. And then be very clear in your direction going forward. What else does she need to, this is the one. Okay. This is Queen of Wands energy. Take control. Be confident in what it is you want to take control of moving forward. This is what we need to do. Hang on. Now going. You're going to be a little bit frazzled. I think you're almost taking on too much. It may not serve you to do it faster. It may not serve you to heavily load your plate, or like you don't need 21 credit hours. You might need to have just 12 or 14 or 16. It feels like you want to take on too much. It'll leave you frazzled to do so. So could you be a little bit more moderate and temperate in doing this? Know your value, know your worth, know how you like to dive into things deep, and know that you need to be able to steep in some of this. Don't get yourself frazzled. You have the 9 of Wands here, the Queen of Coins. Then you have the 6 of Coins and the Queen of Swords. These two together are really good friends. Queen of Swords is practical, and she will tell you this is what needs to happen, and she'll tell the truth of the thing. Queen of Pentacles, practical, she knows exactly what's in her pantry and how much. And it feels like these two are a little bit at odds, but they actually aren't. She's trying to save you from burning out your brain a little bit by taking on too much. Moon's here, and then Ace of Cups. Now this is the second Ace of Cups. This one's right directly next to the 9 of Coins, the independent woman sitting with all of this garden around her. And this one's directly in alignment with both queens, but there's this period of confusion. Confusion is leading to You don't need to be setting yourself up for failure or burnout. You don't need to be overextended mentally. You can only do so much. There's only 24 hours in your day too, honey. So don't overextend. Although you want to do everything all at once, there's going to be things that take time. If this one wants to create and do art, and this one is showing us the artist, right? It takes time to get good at any skill, and art is a fun class to take, but it takes time and investment to get good at, and it feels like you're going to have a lesson or two where you're going to need to invest more time than you thought. This is why it's very strongly cautioning you not to overload your plate. Now let's see what's coming up here and see how this calibrates. This has 2 coming through. Queen of Swords. Whoa! And taking time out to mellow the fuck out, you bet. We're seeing the Queen of Swords duplicated here. Being sure of that. And then we're also seeing where you need to take time to chill the fuck out with this Hermit energy in September. Okay, so let's let this be here. The Queen of Swords really is trying to help you align. You want to be approachable and exciting, and you're always where the party is, but there needs to be a time where you take this month to prepare, and you take time that is just dedicated to yourself. In a huge, huge way. Not sure what it's about, but that's what it's about. These ones are coming in strong. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. If you're taking this in also a period of time, this might be in the now time, first semester, second semester. That I'm getting semester. So you're going to have to take it and compare it to what you know those terms to be. And I want a little bit what's fallen out here. I want to see what's coming up. You got the High Priestess here coming in here. This is giving me January, February time that there's going to be a lot of spiritual growth and a lot of change. Allow yourself to move through things as balanced as possible. This is asking for balance with the Temperance card here. 2 of Swords, it's showing me there will be a crossroads. Whether somebody changes their major, changes their career, changes their path, changes their course, you wouldn't know that you wanted this change until you get to this point, so you shouldn't feel bad about it. If I were giving advice to somebody going off to college with these cards, I would say get your generals in there and take maybe 1 or 2 courses that are a little bit specialty, but not crazy. You need to build in a little bit of basket weaving, and it might be something you fall in love with. The art course that requires more time. There's something that will shift, and it feels like it shifts in January, February. Then you're at the crossroads. There's something karmically coming in at this time with the Justice card right here. There's a 2 of Cups moment here. This is to do with perfect partners, perfect friendships, perfect relationships, and also business things going on. Really, really perfect offerings. The Knight of Cups is coming through here. The romantic offering is coming through. Romantic notions and romantic offerings aren't always romance in the way of, dating and love life. There's also things that we have romantic notions about, or maybe we thought we always wanted to do something, and then we tried out and we find, oh yeah, I really actually don't love this. I forgot that I loved this other thing more. It feels like some romantic notion more than romantic person. However, in tarot, when the court cards come through, they can indicate a person. If this comes through as the Romeo person, with this 2 of Cups beside it, just understand that they're offering something, but this isn't a guy that you go into battle with. They're questing for the Grail, and unless you're questing for the Grail yourself, then you'll be waiting for somebody else to do something, and they're the dreamer. So if you know you fall in love with a dreamer, fine. Just don't expect them to act like the King of Swords or the King of Coins or the King of Wands. They're going to act like the dreamer. If this is you remembering the dreamer aspect of yourself, and this is follow your dream energy, if that's what this is supposed to be for you, then you're going to have to quest for the Grail for yourself in order to be in perfect alignment with yourself. Right. Ho, 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 ha! Love it. Okay, we're seeing here the King of Swords comes through. This is like something karmic. You've got the Queen of Swords so strongly here. The King of Swords comes through, and the Justice here. And I want you to see how this lines up. Show her this. And then we've got the World. This is at semester end, season's end. This feels like we're in April now. Why are we in April? We're in April. I don't know what this is about. Give me a second. We're getting little leaves here. April going into summer. Celebrations of family, celebrations next summer, big time celebrations next summer. Reflecting back. Reflecting back, and so much has been created that's good. This is the 4th queen. You have all the queens in this reading, whether you realize or not. Honey, hello? show her this when it's little and she won't be able to see it well. But you have the world and you have the sun here. This is coming up next summer. And this queen that reflects on the something of the lost love or the thing that was the vision that was lost. It's not that she's grieving, she's reflecting on how far she's come and she dreams again. She's very, very emotionally connected by this time. This is huge for you coming up here. So the logic is going to be like you're cutting away something that you didn't know you wanted to cut away. And understand that it's not a loss. It's just part of the path you have to travel to get to where you need to go. Anything else? Not in this deck. We'll go back to this original one. What's the alignment here? There's an Aquarius, a significant Aquarius energy coming through here. We've got the Queen of Swords, and this is Aquarius coming through. I'm not sure why, but this is what's coming through. Aquarius. Also, the swords might indicate a little bit of Libra, only because of the justice aspect over here coming through so strongly. There's something about those energies around you that need to be honored strongly. This is how you're going to find balance. It's like Libra is so two-sided, so trying to find the balance and see from everybody's point of view. And this one is like, nope, this is the right way. This is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to go. There's these aspects of yourself that are at odds with each other until you choose the path you want to follow. Two of Swords energy. You're making the choices to the best of your ability. Follow the subtle energies that you can. You're making the best choices you can in this particular August month. You're going to be at the crossroads next year. And it's nothing you can foresee and worry about. It's just you have to have all of this experience in here where you're letting the choices be what they are, letting the frazzled energy go, getting more clear and more sharp about what it is you want to command, what you want to know, how you want your focus to be laser focused going forward, and how you want to honor the subtle energy moving forward for you. It's huge for you. There's going to be a change in your course, a change in the direction, and it's good for you. So don't worry about it so much. Follow the energy, the gentle nudges, as much as you can along the way. That's what this is about. This card and the Temperance both say, follow the gentle nudge as much as you can, and you're going to do just fine. So let your High Priestess lead the way. And when you don't know the answer, say, I don't know, High Priestess, help me out. I don't know, Guardian Angel Ted, help me out with this. Ask for a sign and then look and listen and receive. That's complete. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Like any college student would want to be you this year, even though there's a lot going on. You're getting double lessons all along the way. It's like when you crack eggs and every once in a while you get a double yolk. You're getting a lot of those. More than the usual amount. So you're making the omelet, cracking the egg. Oh, there's a double yolk. And you're doing that a lot. All right, complete.
Jeez, Angie.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's why you're getting told not to take on too much, because you'll set yourself up to take on, a year and a half worth of work in like a summer session. And it's like, dude, calm the fuck down. That is way too much. So, yeah.
Okay, Ange. Wow.
Well, she needed to know a lot. I mean, seriously. I broke out all 3 of my Deborah Blake decks and my little mini of her deck. So, yeah. And it's the Everyday Witch from Deborah Blake. It's a great deck. It took me forever to buy my first one, and then I was a goner. But yeah, gorgeous.
Jeez.
Yeah, so there's a lot of specific that came through on that for her, which I'm glad for, because she needs that to just kind of let the control freak settle down and relax a bit. Yeah, step off the gas, babe. That's what I got.
She put amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. You are welcome. Okay, I need a little bit of water and some of that stupid Singer spray.
All right, we have 2 more to go. Our list is closed for today. Or you think you're going to be back Saturday, or what do you think? Saturday? Okay. There you go, Kim.
Saturday. Okay, 1 second.
So 2 times in a row, Kim has got me responding to something, and you've been like, "Hey, here's a card." So of course Chad is freaking over the moon.
Good.
Like, yeah, you made Chad's month. I think you told Kim. So.
That's okay.
Say Kim put sorry, not sorry. See?
Yeah, no reason to be sorry. It's okay. It's all right if I bust his balls a little bit. It's not like he doesn't do that for me sometimes. There's a reason he has so many pictures of me doing this. Who do you think provokes that bird to fly? Oh, the man across the phone. That one. Yep. He likes to poke the bear a little bit. Go figure.
Well, you better do a better job juggling those ladies. Steph. Okay, Brittany.
Okay.
Brittany F.
Okay.
Blind read.
Brittany F. Blind read.
Kristen, you're on deck. Last read for the day.
Okay. Now these are the same deck. One's big, one I trimmed, and one is just smaller. Same artist. This is the fairy tales in here. And I'm getting Lost Girl, Lost Girl, Lost Girl. And what is the key that you need to know? What's the key information you need to know? I don't know why I'm getting this. It's what I'm getting. Lost Girl, Lost Girl. What is the key you need to know? There we go. There we go. Okay, give me a second. Jeez. Okay. Give me a second, and then I'll pass these to you in a second. I want them the order they came out for me first to take this all in. We've got the Eclipse Mermaid, Powerful Energy Shift, and the Healing of the Aloha Amra, the Menehune. We're getting the energy of eclipse energy and how it would control and affect the tides, the tidal waves in the ocean, the way that would move, the roll of the wave, and the way the ocean will roil if there's like monsoon season. This is something big going on. It feels like you've been in turbulent waves. Like Phil sometimes calls it the washing machine. If the ocean sweeps you under and you feel like you've gone through the washing machine, and it feels like that's what's been going on for you. You need to get up out of there. The eclipse energy needs to be let go of. The waves need to be gotten out of. And it feels like you still have a little bit of seaweed all over you. You've got Miss Marie Masquerade here. This is Glamour Glamour and the Violet Duchess. There's a little bit of reason. It's like you're trying to be gracious and pretty and kind about it, but there's seriously venomous pissed offery after the waves have thrown you over. You're like, you're trying to be composed together. Like, did anyone see this? Did anyone see that? And there's a royally pissed off energy that's coming through this card that needs to be there. So swipe the seaweed mask off. Let the glam and blah, blah. No, you don't have to be mermaid perfect in this right now at all. At all. This one has been bored, stuck, and she's not playing pretty girl anymore. So whatever is the pretty girl energy that is... I'm getting the fakery, fake it till you make it type of energy that's kind of badly done or toxically done. Nah, you need more authenticity coming through, and if you need to be pissed at something, you need to let that be through. If there is a reason you should be pissed, a reason you should be more verbal, more vocal, damn upset, you've survived the washing machine of this emotional turmoil, blah, 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 and some motherfuckers just need to stay the fuck out of your way. That's what's coming through. There's a righteous anger. If somebody gave you something or dumped you under there or shoved you under the wave and then you're under this, you come up barely surviving this, you're like, I don't have time for this foolishness. No more of this. Kali is coming through here. She's the goddess of destruction and she is suffering no fools. This is Queen of Swords on steroids energy coming through. Really, really, really. And this is clairvoyance. You're seeing past, through, and beyond other people's bullshit, and it's why you are destroying the things that are fake, false, brittle, fragile, broken, not permanent, not what the pretenders will do no good around you. The pretenders don't stand a chance around you right now. But the thing of this is you have to swipe the seaweed off your mask too, off your face too, so you're not playing up mermaid when you're supposed to be Kali, goddess of destruction, coming through in a big way. You're ripping down what doesn't serve because you've had so much of this turbulence already. You've had your fill. You've had it up to here. And finally, you're breaking through this. All right, let's see what the fairy tale cards have to say.
Shape would make sense.
Allow the clairs to come in. And there is there's something coming through, and this one is a green-eyed one. And if you see this one, she's green-eyed, but there's lots of green-eyed. When you are on your point, it's the things that you have wanted you're going to go after, and there will be others around you that have the green eye, referencing envy, referencing jealousy. And you don't have time to be jealous of a thing, you're just going to go after it and get it now. Tamlin's Battle. This is the one that in this deck, in the Tarot of the Divine, she has fairy tales from around the world. And the Tamlin, I think, is the one that created that. I think she creates a sweater out of all these bristly things to go rescue people, and she's ready to go into battle. Now, you've had Kali that says, I am Kali. This is Tamlin. You are ready for battles. Watch out the motherfuckers that get in your path. In the Tamlin story, she goes to rescue what needs rescued. The first thing you must rescue is yourself. Then you can go rescue on your righteous cause whatever else needs rescued. And I would not waste your time Riding the hero horse for somebody that doesn't even get you to begin with. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ride the hero horse for yourself first. Rescue yourself first. And advocate for the causes and the things that matter to your heart. All right? What matters to you. Allow this blue to come through. This voice chakra, blue energy to come through. Speak up for what it is that you need to speak up for. And if others are jealous or envious or just don't get you, do not waste your time. Suffer no fools. Queen of Swords on steroids. She knows what is just. She knows what makes sense, what is logic and what is right. And she doesn't have time to pretty it down, to sugarcoat shit for anyone. And it's not that she's a bitch, although she gets the bum rap that way. She just knows what needs done. So bottom line, get it done. Go in. You go into battle and you're ready. What else? There's a little bit of residue over here. Oh, transitions to the spirit realm. There will be things that are understood from the other side for you. You got the sugar skulls here, but you've got the angel of death here. Things that need ended, need ended. Things that you need to pay attention to from the other side coming through. Pay attention to. Spirit is trying to guide you and lead you. What else would we have in this? You're letting go of any deception at all. Juniper tree stuff here. You're letting go of any deception, anything that's false. If the caterpillars can't keep up with the butterflies, don't tell them, hey, jump off the branch, little caterpillar, because that thing's going to go to its death. So if somebody is not capable of taking leaps of faith in certain ways with you, let them be where they're at, but don't necessarily hang out with them. If you're needing to fly and do your things, you can't just shove the caterpillar off the branch and say, sprout wings, motherfucker. No. It's not going to work. You go into battle because you're ready to do the things that require flight. They aren't ready to do that. Let them be at the stage they're at. Allow yourself to say, part company, let go of, say goodbye, or say see you later type of things for those that are not keeping pace with you. Because just because you're in this space doesn't mean they are. And they won't be ready. And also allow the clairs to open up from the other side. Anything else? Yes, there's one more in here. Mend a broken heart, healing from the heartache. This is you doing your own work for you. This is wisdom coming through, streaking through. Just like the streaks in her hair. The wisdom is streaking through. You will have gone through a little bit of stress. You will have weathered something. Literally, weathered the storm. Weathered the heartbreak. This is something that you've had to go through and you've learned from and you've gotten strength from it, even though it's not something you would have wanted to ask for. You didn't ask for somebody to shove you under a tidal wave, but that feels like what has happened. And it feels like you're coming out the other side strong, ready to kick some ass. That's what's going on for you. The person that got shoved under the wave, that got victimized or shoved under that wave, is not the same sea goddess of fury that's emerging from the other side of that wave. That's what I've got. That's complete.
Woo!
Holy smokes. Yeah.
She was so spot on.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't want to piss you off this month. So.
Jesus.
No. I pity the fool, as old Mr. T would say, and he's got to be old now. But I pity the fool. Yeah. There's not going to be much fuckery tolerated by you right now. Nope. You're done with that. Just saying. Fuckwits need not apply.
All right, we get it, man.
Just in case. Well, she might like to use that phrase. Just put it on her door. Fuckwits need not apply.
Don't touch my Capricorn this month.
Yeah. There's nothing to hers this month. Not a damn thing.
And she would. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey.
All right, last read.
Okay.
Kristen, year ahead.
Kristen, year ahead. Oh, okay. Where are we going to go for this one? Just a second. I have not seen your deck yet. I'll know it when I see it. Oh.
Brittany put LOL. I'll put that on a doormat for you.
Okay. I love it. I'd put that outside my door whether my neighbors liked it or not. All right. So we've got the Dream Within a Dream. It's kind of Rider-Waite base. It's a cute little deck, and I really love this. This is what we're getting for the year ahead. I want the inner cards first for this. don't make it more complicated than it needs to be, sweetie. Don't make it overly complicated. You might have a propensity and a tendency, and guilty as charged here on this one, of making something far more complicated and instead of taking the simple route. This year, you're going to have a tendency to walk the more complicated path when you need not. If there's a more simple route to do something, if you can delegate, then it is time for you to do something. Take the more simple route. Don't set up 15 different million things to do and make it overly complicated for self. This is what's coming through strongly as the angelic advice. Keep it simple, sweet one. Keep it simple. Okay. 10 of Coins. There is breakthrough energy that comes when you walk this way. There is this really, really interesting crown chakra opening, breakthrough energy happening, legacy from the beyond, legacy from across the veil coming through for you right now. Now your stubbornness might get in your way. This is you in the stubborn mode. The stubbornness might get in your way. You don't have to clean the whole house, clean the whole house, clean the whole house, and miss enjoying the company coming to town, and miss enjoying the time that you would spend. This is legacy and breakthrough. It's time. And this is a huge surrounding, wrapping around you. This is like a knitted wrap around you right now. They might not understand. Knitted wrap, like a really oversized scarf, like a stole or a big shawl. This is what's coming through with this pink. That's what it feels like the energy is around you. Okay, let's see what's going on. So we're in mid-August, so we're going to start in August. Give me a second. These want to shuffle. They want a big shuffle, so it's probably going to be noisy. Give me a few seconds. And I am not the world's best shuffler, especially not with these really long nails. So we'll have to see what we can do better. Those are feeling better. Let's get to August. There we go. Now this is interesting. This is in this deck, but not in the regular tarot. This is called the Nightmare. This is card 23. In regular tarot, the major arcana only has 22. So you get Judgment and then the World. You're getting 23, the Nightmare. This is what you are experiencing, going through. This is part of the retrograde energy. It's going to be better in September, but this is August. You still feel bogged down and stubbornly stuck in some kind of thing, not really paying attention to the whispers around you as easily as you would like to. Don't get hung up. Don't have your expectations throw you under the bus. Let August just be this kind of weird thing that it is. If you have broken mirrors, broken glass, fractured water where you throw a rock into the pond and you see it disrupts it, the disruption is there for a reason. It doesn't mean the smoothness of the lake doesn't return. It does return. But don't believe all the distortions or all the fractured type of bits of energy on this right now, okay? That's what we've got. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Now let's go back through here. August. September is the Queen of Cups. She reflects on the past and she remembers her dream again. September is going to feel way better. The next 2 weeks are probably going to be difficult for you. You might get restless nights. You might have anxiety. You might have stress. Try and set it down as much as you can and realize that fear has a place to lead you to know what you want to battle against or overcome, or what's a little bit out of proportion in your life. Queen of Cups in September. She reflects back to these August energies, this worried, overly anxious self. She reflects back and knows the lesson of love that it brought forward. So if you're feeling anxiety and stress, if you want clarification in your dreams instead of nightmares, chamomile tea, tell you guys it's a good thing. And it helps you get in rest. Also lavender, and for you, I don't know why. What is that stinky thing? Come on, you guys know it. It's vetiver. It smells like dirt, and it's really thicker than maple syrup. But if you get vetiver oil, it just really does smell like dirt. But you can put vetiver and lavender on your feet at night. I know it sounds crazy. I know it does. But it does help rest. So if you can get your hands on that, it's not something you want to have on you. It's not perfume good. No, it smells like dirt, but it's very grounding and it's very restful. So if this is like a little bit strong, I'd go pick up some of that. I'd pick up order it from, I don't know, Jade Bloom or the essential oils, vetiver and lavender and chamomile tea. This is stuff that needs to happen. And then September, you're relaxing, you're chilling, you're having more time. October, look at this. This Hermit energy, totally at peace. So don't let August trouble you too much. You'll find resolution by October. Anything else about this Hermit piece? The time to yourself, it's like you're getting so much August energy shoved into September that September can't get here until it's October. You're getting a little bit of the Hermit September Virgo-y energy that's a little bit extended and a little delayed. You're getting like a double Virgo instead of a Libra season. That's what it feels like. Okay, what else is coming up? Six of Coins. Yeah, the universe is going to try and gift you something that is from the depths. Now look at this. From the depths of September, carried through October, and is giving you a gift that's going to help you be grounded, the Six of Coins. Love this. This is the Dream Within a Dream Tarot. Now here we're having the Eight of Cups coming in November. November, you're leaving something unfulfilling behind. You'll have to have time in October to get clear about it, to get your own sense of clarity on this. So you'll have had that time. It'll be fine. November, you're leaving behind what is unfulfilling. December, there's a little bit of pie in the sky thinking here and a little bit of confusion, but this is mostly the time to move forward. Now this is the Nine of Cups, but this is coming through with a little bit of the Seven of Cups. The cups in the clouds is why I say that. It's a little bit of over-idealistic thinking, overly dreaminess, but you're getting what you want. Keep yourself grounded for all of this holiday season, whatever it is. Say you get grounded with the vetiver or whatever, and you find whatever cinnamon smoke or lighting cinnamon sticks or cinnamon scent even in your house is something that helps you get grounded. Have whatever that is. And at holiday time, we have like pumpkin spice coffee. Has those scents, those same scents in it. If you look at pumpkin spice just in your spice closet, if you feel like you're not grounded, I'm telling you, this sounds crazy, but go inhale some of that. Smell that scent. Like just lift the spice and smell that scent. There is something about these spices at harvest time that help us get grounded because we're hunkered down during this time. And this is huge for you. And it helps you get what you want. It's very rich, rich, rich. Something about clove is also quite good for you. I don't know why these seasonal spices are coming in so strong. They're not in here. It's what's coming through for you. So, okay, that's December. Having your wish fulfilled, having things moving in the right direction. January. This is why I'm saying not pie in the sky so much. January has a little bit of heartache. You're going to have to let go of someone or something in January. Move forward into the new year. Someone else is not going to move forward with you in the same direction. It may be one of your friends just moves to a different space in geography. It may be a relationship that isn't so hot, kind of fizzles out. It feels like something that you put a little bit more stock in than what you are going to get the return on. It doesn't feel like the end of the world, breakup, love story comes to an end. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like the betrayal of over-investing a little bit of energy when you kind of knew they weren't investing the same amount back. And it feels more friendship than romantic ship, situationship, relationship. Anything else to do with January? Dust off the over-idealistic thinking for January. I wouldn't even make any New Year's resolution in January. I think resolutions can sometimes be almost like a setup to fail or a crock of shit. And in this particular January, if you have just learned to flow through this and to get grounded, you've learned quite enough and continue allowing that to move forward. Now this is very interesting. This is giving us the Nine of Wands energy, and this one, it's almost like a little bit of the Nine of Swords. Usually the Nine of Swords, you see all the swords hanging above the bed. This one is in her bed too, but it's all this illumination around where she stood strong, where she's realized, where she's recognized. Everything from September going forward, there is more candlelight in that bedroom than swords and anxiety. There is more illumination, more points and high points and highlights of glimmers of light, looking for glimmers. And I'm not talking visual glimmers. I'm talking, sometimes we take things and we see like, oh, this is a triggering thing. Well, the opposite of triggering is a glimmer thing. So look for the hope. This is where you've learned to get grounded. You've learned to look for the gratitude things. You've learned to readjust your own perspective, how you view things. This is what's going on January to February. There's glimmers, 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 things that you have gratitudes for. You're learning to balance. This is coming through very differently. Hang on. Sometimes in the Shaman's Dream Oracle has a deck called Skywriting. You could look up that card. but this is coming through as almost like your walking ability to walk. The astral is coming in. This is not quite skywriting, but it is sky walking. It is the Skywalker. I know that sounds very, whatever that Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Wars, Skywalker, Skywalker. Two of Coins. There's something about lack and balance that's coming in, and the Skywalker energy. This is Jedi energy coming in. Jedi mindset. You already know Jedi mindset. You already know this. You've learned it in January. You've learned how to shift this. Skywalker energy is coming through here. I had no idea that would. I did not know. But yeah, Skywalker energy. You're going to be walking the astral. The nightmare has shifted to Skywalker. Very profound shift in the way you're filtering and narrating and thinking. You are very, very have control of your own mind in order to lead yourself forward. You have more focus in what you're doing. This is beautiful coming through. There's a mantle that is being assumed, like I've talked about the knit wrap. They also will call those mantles. You're assuming the mantle. This is legacy. You're assuming the mantle. This is something that is familial. This is sacred mantle you're assuming. Other women in your ancestry, family, and soul tribe, whether they are directly in the genealogical line or in a past lifeline, I'm not sure because I didn't expect this to come through. But you're assuming the mantle. You've worn this before. They have wrapped you with this mantle, this knitted wrap, this scarf, this whatever it is, pashmina, call it what you will. You've assumed this mantle before. It's time to be Skywalker, Jedi again. It's time to do this again. You've assumed this before. You're assuming it now. It comes in February, and it's coming in what feels like third week between it feels like 17th. Star card, 17th, February 17th. I don't know what that's about. I would be ready to have huge spiritual downloads and truths that are bombing through, all through here, and a leveling up at that time. I don't know why. No idea why, but that's what's come through. All right, March. Okay, you're going from the Jedi stuff to knowing how to be the ninja or the Robin Hood, knowing which swords of truth to take with you and how to navigate a little bit of a darker energy around you. And this doesn't feel like a ghost or anything like this. This just feels like a time where there is a little bit of disruption, and you've learned how to do the Skywalker energy. Now you're learning how to navigate. And the Seven of Swords, that is Sneaky Pete the Thief. It's also the Robin Hood, as Stephanie calls it. This is stealth. This is learning the beauty and the skill of stealth for your own self. This is beautiful in February and March. April. Wow. We've got this King of Swords, and look at the antlers on that sucker. They are huge. Yeah, you are tuned in and tapped in. April, you will be very keenly aware. Strong. Strong, strong, strong. Shedding the old horns, the new ones coming in. New antlers, new spiritual truth. New truth bombs coming in. You're going to be the Batman and understand very much you're the Batman. Page of Coins, masked and hidden for a while, and then the Lovers. This is when relationship energy comes in a big way. This feels like lovers in the sense of the word lovers, not just soul contract, not just heart's desire. This feels like union with others, soul contract, harmonizing. And this came in right here. So we're in April into May. I don't know what this is about, but a renewal of a soul contract on the lover's energy. Feels very much the lover's energy. May, June, July. And this feels like between April and May, so just be aware. Seven of Coins. This is what you've harvested. This is the fruits of your labor going forward. Yeah, there will be some little bit of disappointment along the way, but not the end of the world. You're getting the Harvester's card because you've been working this whole time. This whole harvest season for you is like, it's not the endless winter for you. It's more the endless fall harvest that you keep pushing, more and more harvest over and over and over. The crops are coming forward. 8, the Strength. This is coming up, and this is in June. You're getting extended Virgo, like I said, light on the Libra, and here you're getting early on the Leo energy. This is charismatic strength, following your intuition really, really strongly. Why? Because the challenge over here about the boundaries and the stubbornness was here, but you accept the mantle that is put upon you. You accept the spiritual breakthrough that comes by being grounded in your own soul and open to the divine. It's because you accept this mantle. You accept this new accountability that comes with this. Is like new responsibility on you and new accountability on you, new perceptions, new way of doing. You totally accept this. You're ready to receive this, and You're the tiger tamer. Show her that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. That's June. And it's early. It's like the Leo energy. You are the tiger tamer. July. 4 of Swords. Rest is necessary. This is a little bit of retreat. You will slow down a little bit right here because your pacing has been very difficult. It's like you're training for a marathon or something. Your pacing has been difficult. You will retreat and take care of yourself a little bit better. And the nightmares that were here and the nightmare that is here, you retreat. You know how to shift it differently. You'll go into teaching. This is July. You will have had enough lessons that now you will start teaching something. And it feels very literal in that. It feels very, very literal in that. Anything else? What's we got with this? You've got the keys all scattered through this time period. This is Hierophant energy. This is teacher. This is promotion. This is sense of belonging. Sometimes literal job promotion. This is what's coming up. Anything else? You've got the keys. You've got the power, illumination all through here. The sun. This is something you're meant to do. It's in your contract to do it. It's something you're meant to do. It's something you will do.
Any idea what I teach?
And even if I told you, it would be so unrecognizable by January. I could tell you were teaching donut making. You'd be like, okay, great, whatever. By January, you'd be like, okay, this is donut making. This is how you do it. This is donut making 101. And you'd explain it. So, no, I don't have that idea. I don't think you're meant to have that idea. I think in December, you're making choices. I think through the fall, you're learning what's unfulfilling. So you're learning, you're exploring, you'll collect lessons, collect assets, collect knowledge, but not all of it are you going to disperse all at a time. Like I went to massage school. I love massage. I love energy work. I love healing work. I love body work. I love doing that. Love it. Is that where I find my biggest joy? No, if somebody would have told me when I was in massage school that I'd be like throwing all of this energy work and shifting and moving energy through tarot cards, I would have been like, that's interesting, but no, I think I'm going to be doing. They cannot tell you. It is for you to discover. So allow yourself to explore to high levels, to engage and to explore, and then get more practical as you're coming through November into December and into January. Get real practical because you will have learned, yeah, I like a little bit of this, a little bit of this, shaking it all up, mix it all together, it's great. So you don't just learn one thing. We don't just have one purpose for our soul. We have multiple ways that we can teach something. Multiple ways. Like I've literally taught voice lessons and I literally use my voice in a different way now to teach, to move forward. So there's multiple gifts that are spiritual gifts that are coming through that you're going to be using, combining, shaping, and molding as you create this curriculum for yourself going forward and as you teach from that point going forward here. That's what I got. Ooh, love this. This Dream Within a Dream deck. Holy smokes. Fucking huge. Huge reading. Yeah, and Assume the Mantle. And for me personally, I love knitting. And if all you do is just one stitch over and over on multiple rolls, it can become very meditative. Assume the mantle. And if knitting is how you do it, or whatever your meditation is that is repetitive, whether it's walking, gardening, dishes, I don't care. Allow flow to happen for you in that way. Gorgeous energy.
She would love it.
Yeah,
And
that was huge.
Chad put, and yet she refuses to sing for us.
You know, I can sing, and I grew up singing a lot, but when I'm doing, like, light language or when I'm doing work, it's like, my voice is doing something totally different, and so it's like, I have to let go of the musical stuff that I was taught to allow light language to flow through, because you don't just do do, re, mi. You just don't do the do, re, mi in the same way. Or I'll grab lyrics and stuff, but I can't always find the notes because the words are more important. So like, all right. I can sing reasonably well. Am I brilliant? No. Am I good enough? Yeah. All right. Mezzo soprano, that'll work. Sometimes I can, hit the rafters and be in the octaves and hit the float notes. Other times, no. It's more like the range that would be not quite alto, but yeah. So, okay.
Okay, Edge.
Yeah. So, come out, we'll do karaoke, and I'll throw down sometime. Okay, all right.
Steph put, Angie, you need to teach a crochet class at the Frog. The world needs Angie's advice in crocheting.
I'll think on that one.
And Chad put, okay, defying gravity, go.
Defying gravity, go. Defying gravity. What is it? You and I defying gravity. That's what that is. But it's like, how far back did I teach that? I taught that to the girls. I don't know. You can give me some lyrics on that if you bring up a part of it. It's like, you and I defying gravity. That's it. Phil just about got shot out the window.
You scared the hell out of me.
No, I once did scare my little niece, and she was playing, and I wouldn't. She was trying being a kind of a stinky head, and she was being stubborn. I blasted into her room, did like full voice opera, and she was just like, so good. But yeah.
Chad put, something has changed within me. Something is not the same.
Yeah. Something has changed
Yep.
within me.
That's it.
Something is not the same.
We went and saw that, actually. We saw Wicked.
Yeah, the girls that I taught voice to, they loved the popular, that song. It's all about popular.
Okay, Broadway talk.
Yeah, not doing it.
Chad put, gorgeous, Angie.
Yeah, thanks. Not gorgeous, but thanks. But yes, this is why there's lyrics from everywhere that come through. From modern Broadway to, I don't know, songs that were written in the 1800s. Good grief.
Step foot, that was great. Yes, we saw Wicked. Book of Mormon. If you ever get the chance to see Book of Mormon,
that's hilarious.
Freaking hilarious.
And if you're raised in Utah and you know some of it, but you have to be ready to have South Park humor infused in there, because it's like, if somebody is easily offended, they should not go to that at all, because they couldn't
the whole middle part is like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, like,
But
Wicked was also quite
funny.
good. Yeah,
Book of Mormon
was
really funny. All right, I guess that is it.
I think we're done today.
Okay, well, we were thinking about a Tonight Show, but I don't know.
I think not.
Okay, not.
Not
I guess
tonight.
that answers that.
Not tonight. Oh, thank you. I will need to go back in here.
All right, Edie put, thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks, guys.
So
Thanks,
much
Steph.
fun.
Thanks,
And
Chad.
I'll see you guys
Thanks,
on
Kim.
Saturday at 11. That's my plan. So.
Have you ever seen Orgasmo? It's a movie. Yes, I've seen it. I don't
I
know.
have not seen that.
Yeah,
That
I've
doesn't
seen
sound like
Orgasmo.
something.
It's like missionaries.
Okay, I'm sure this is going to be an off TikTok discussion. I've never seen that. The title alone is sus. So, okay.
All right. Britt said, have an awesome day.
You guys too.
Steph said,
Thank
much
you so
love.
much.
Thank you,
Much
guys. Love you guys.
Take
We
care,
will
everyone.
see you. Angie will see you.
Saturday.
See you on Saturday. I will see you next time I'm home.
Bye, guys.
Take care. See ya.
Take care. See ya. Will you end that one? That one's going to be super.